Hey everyone, I just did a rather long video about Dall-E 3 the other day, and I've used it a lot since then, and I kind of just wanted to go over some things. Currently about the bad things. For those of you that don't know what Dall-E 3 is, I'll do a really quick intro on it. Basically, it's just an alternative to things like Leonardo and Midjourney, etc., Stable Diffusion, whatever. There's multiple ways to use it. You can use it actually through ChatGPT, but you're going to have to be using the paid version of that. Otherwise, you can use it through Bing's chat, or they have just more specifically their own image creator through Bing. And that's personally my favorite way to use it, and it is absolutely completely free. And all you have to do is just to use it, just open up your browser, go to bing.com/create. It might ask you to sign in. If you're already signed in, it should just bring up a window like this. And you're free to literally put in whatever you want. Let's do, say, the Stay Puff Marsh. Hello, man. Eating a steak, because it makes sense for a marshmallow to be eating a steak. Hit enter, or hit creating over there on the right. It'll start creating it. And as you can see, I have up here in the top right, it says 24 now. It was 25 a second ago. Well, there's something that, that's basically what this video is about. How is that a problem? Let's see, what's something that, let's just say, as simple as can be, a man at a restaurant eating a steak. That shouldn't, hopefully not have any problems with that. Again, yeah, this is the problem with the image creator right now. That's kind of insane. And there you go. Man at a restaurant eating a steak. That definitely is not Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but hey, that at least the image works. So anyway, as I was saying, you can now see where it says 24 up there on the top right. That's the boost that you get. It used to be 100, and every day you get 100 boosts. Now it's down to 25. All it really means is that each day you have 25 times where you can use the image creator and it'll be faster. Is it faster? I don't think so. I've gone through and I've used up all the tokens quite a few times, and I've gone to the point where I've had 0, and instead the only difference seems to be that you don't have a progress bar. Otherwise, it seems like it takes almost the exact same amount of time to create the images for you. Anyway, back to the whole point of this video, the censorship. Censorship has been ramped up like crazy since I made the last video, and sometimes it just makes no sense. I mean, there's the obvious things that they're going to put in there with pretty much any of the image creators like Midjourney, etc. Midjourney itself is already pretty bad, but holy cow, Bing's image creator, whether it's just specifically Dall-E 3 or their version of Dall-E 3, I'm not sure. But considering ChatGPT is already bad with censorship, I'm willing to guess that it's both. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to first create a bunch of images using a bunch of different prompts in Midjourney as an example of all of these prompts that I'm almost positive work fine in Midjourney. Now, as far as them working in Microsoft Bing Dall-E 3 image creator, well, we'll have to see. Probably, I'm thinking most of these will not work for very stupid reasons, but we'll see. Alright, so first let's get out of our web browser and let's head into Discord. And there's actually a preview of something I'm going to be working on for some other video. This Moon Valley AI is awesome, and again, I'll get back to that some other time. But let's go to my server that I use for Midjourney. Alright, and to start off, I'm going to actually start with some very long prompts, or some pretty long prompts, that, because they're as long as they are, it's my guess, your guess as to what the heck could be in this prompt that's actually the item or multiple items that are triggering the censorship. But let's first put them through Midjourney and see how they do. So let's go with long prompt number 1. What I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to put in a few of these straight in a row and just show that they work. I'm not even going to bother with showing each one, or I'm just going to fast forward through most of it so that it doesn't take so long. But you can see with this first one, pretty long prompt. I'm not going to do anything as far as the aspect ratio, chaos, or style, or any of that, because You can't do that in Dall-E 3, so let's just keep it simple. So let's try this, something about a female Korean pop group wearing, I don't know, whatever. So let's try this and see what happens. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put multiple of these in, since you can see a few of them at the same time. So let's see what happens. Got one more long one. Alright, so all four of those, of which I would consider to be pretty long prompts. I mean, I guess the last one's not that long, but still, they all work fine in Midjourney. Whether it's exactly what I wanted from those or whatever you want from them, who knows, but the point is, they're not censored. One thing that I do quite often is I'll be listening to some music, or I'll hear a quote or read something or whatever that I find to be kind of interesting. And what I'll do is I'll just take that and I'll literally just word for word put that into the prompt and see what comes of it. So let's try a few of those. This first one's actually a lyric from a Toad the Wet Sprocket song. And this last one, you may know or may not know, is the actual wording of the Second Amendment. So that'll be interestingly controversial. Alright, so let's see what we got for those real quick. And I guess that's a well-regulated militia. Alright, now here's one that I know is a problem for, in a way, Midjourney, but more specifically for Dall-E. In a way, for Midjourney, it's not the greatest because Midjourney just doesn't do a good job of recreating actual people. However, I think it does it on purpose just so that it kind of gets their likeness, but it doesn't want to actually make it look exactly like the person so that people can easily tell that it's not a fake. Or so that it is a fake, excuse me. Let's try off with somebody we all know named Tom Cruise. Again, I'm keeping these super simple now. Let's try also Julia Roberts. And let's try Ryan Gosling. Alright, let's see how these worked. Tommy. Let's see Julia. Now let's see Ryan. Let's do a few more. Alright, let's see Haley. Let's see Margot. And let's supposedly see Michaela. I'm not really seeing too much in this one. Alright, we got the real people out of the way. Now let's try for characters from TV shows, video games, etc. Let's see how that works out. Super simple. And good old Walter White. Alright, that's not Princess Zelda, but whatever. Alright, now I'm going to go for some pretty short, simple ones that have 0 characters, 0 people involved whatsoever, just at least not by name or anything. So let's see how these work out. All right, let's see what we got. Well, it worked, except I do see at least 1 or 2 women in there. All pretty much what we asked for. All right, 2 more. All right, and these last 2. All right, now for the most NSFW thing I could possibly think of. Time to get political. If this offends anyone, sorry, but oh well, too bad. All right, you may or may not like these, but guess what? As political as they are, they still all work. Once again, political, yes, but they all work. Now for their accuracy, that's not for me to decide. Alright, so now that we've tried all of those in Midjourney and every single one technically worked, whether they're accurate or not, that's another question, but they did work, no censorship whatsoever. So now that we've done that, let's get out of Discord and let's see how Bing Dall-E 3 takes care of all these things. Let's see. So let me first say what exactly can happen. There's kind of 3 possibilities as far as what the result will be, unless of course it goes through. The first one is you can get a content warning immediately after entering your prompt. If you get that, I personally recommend clicking on the report. That way at least they're thinking that you didn't try to do anything wrong, and that way you're reporting it and they're not going to hold it against you, I guess you could say. Second, you get an unsafe image warning. If you do get this warning, you don't get it at the beginning. Instead, you get it actually towards the very end, if not the very end of the image creation itself. And I'm pretty sure it does this because it actually creates all 4 images. And it does all 4 images every single time. And then whether it's Bing or whether it's Dall-E 3 itself, actually looks at the images that it created afterward. And at that point decides whether or not 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them were deemed unsafe. So if you get to the point where all 4 are considered unsafe, then you'll actually get the unsafe image warning. If you get 1, 2, or 3 images, it still means the other ones probably weren't safe either. And what it's doing to think that these are unsafe, I do not know. Now the third thing that can happen, and this is definitely the worst one, and I've had it happen, is if you actually get multiple content warnings in a row or over a certain time, I don't know how or when it decides to actually do it, but again, this is why I would hit the report button. It actually will suspend you. It'll actually give you an access suspension. And as I've said, I've had it, and it did it for a whole hour. Not a big deal, except what I have heard since then is that after the 1 hour, the next time if it happens is a 24-hour suspension, which kind of sucks, but okay, you can still come back after that. But then I've heard after that, it's a permanent suspension after that. Now I'm hoping that you can fight that and maybe you can actually try and say I did nothing wrong and try and get it back, but let's hope nobody has to even get to that point. Either way, sucks. So anyway, let's get to the prompts. I'm going to go through all of them, same order, except this time I actually have to put in only one at a time, and I have to wait for each one. So again, I'll be fast forwarding on each of these so that we don't have to wait forever for these. There you go, first one, unsafe image. That means all 4 of them were not good. Number 2. Oh, content warning on that one. So you didn't have to wait for it to go through. It just right away did not like some of the words or something in there. So let's hit report. And if you hit go back, it actually brings you back to the explore ideas. So I'll show you, but normally it's just better to start typing the next one and go on. But if you hit go back, then it brings you to explore ideas, which, whatever. Hey, that actually went through. That did not go through in the past. So I guess they changed something. I'm going to put it through one more time just to see what happens. Wow. All 4 are fine. Alright. I guess good on Dall-E for getting one of them right. Wow. Again, I guess they may have actually fixed some of it, but we'll see. Still got a lot more to go through. First 2, definitely a no-go, and the second 2 are a go. Alright, so let's get to the lyrics and quotes. So the first one there. Oh, 2 of them actually made it through. I know in the past that did not work at all, so Microsoft is trying to make a fool of me. Oh, there we go. Unsafe. Now for the Second Amendment. See what it thinks of our Bill of Rights. One worked that time. I'm going to put that through one more time because, again, I know in the past it did not work. Alright, it's trying to make a fool of me. Alright, we're going to go on to people now. Famous people. So first, back to good old Tom Cruise. Oh, content warning. Report. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the nice restaurant is the problem with that. Can't put a nice restaurant in there. Ryan Gosling's up next. Doesn't like Ryan Gosling either. How about Haley Atwell? Oh. Maybe Haley Atwell's not famous enough compared to the others. No, still unsafe. Well, yeah, she's at the airport. That's why it's unsafe. So let's try somebody named Margot Robbie. Ah, surprise. And Michaela Demeter. Yep, unsafe. Now to go on to the regular characters, but not actual people. Let's see how Walter White is going with Game of Fortnite. That's a negative. Let's see how the Diva cosplay is going. Also a negative. Let's see how Montgomery Burns is doing on that motorcycle. Also a negative. Let's see if Kill Jaden's allowed to destroy the world. Oh. Kill Jaden is allowed to destroy the world now. Alright. Let's see if Sargeras is allowed to exist. Wow. Sargeras is now allowed to exist. Is Wes Anderson allowed to play with... Wow. Let's see how Princess Zelda is doing. Hope. I don't understand. Alright, blonde in a Spider-Man suit. And no. Alright, let's get to the short and simple ones. Because of how short and simple they are, it should be easy to pick out what the problem is, but I don't know what the problem is on some of these. First, time for the all-male birthday party. Cartoon style. Hey! It worked this time. Alright. Let's go with the adorable black rabbit with devil horns and burning eyes. Alright, it went through this time, and that's an adorable rabbit. Alright, cute girl v-neck close-up. We'll see if a girl's allowed to be cute and wearing a v-neck or not. Oh, one girl is allowed to do it. Only one, though. Let's see if maybe more are allowed. Oh, again, only one girl. Alright, let's see if a blonde 18-year-old girl is allowed to wear a white tank top and a blue skirt. Nope. So taboo. Alright, again, Pixar style. Infernal Demon Princess. That's probably going to be the problem if there's anything. Hey. They must have updated this because there's way more going through now than before, but still, up next is political stuff with real people, so that you know this is not going to go too well. Let's see. Let's see how Joe Biden's doing on the stairs. Oh, look at that, right away. Let's see. Hey. Alright, and the last one to Joe. No, again. Alright, let's see how AOC is doing with her reading. Nope. She ain't reading. Are the Democrats allowed to protest? Oh. No, sorry, Democrats are not allowed to protest. Are the Republicans allowed to protest? Hey. That's surprising. Apparently Republicans are allowed to protest, but Democrats are not. I think I'm going to try the Democrats one more time. Yep. Sorry, Democrats, you're not allowed to protest on Dall-E. Republicans, you're fine. I don't get it. Alright, so the censorship can be super annoying, and really there's nothing you can do about it. You'll just have to try and work around it, take certain things out, or just not make what you actually want to make. But hopefully you can find a way around, maybe change some words around. If it just doesn't like the images that come back, well, I don't know what the bad images actually look like. It's not showing us. However, the results for the prompts that actually do work in this can be absolutely amazing. Honestly, usually when I get them to work and I compare them to the ones in Midjourney, I like the Dall-E 3 stuff better. And the reason why I like it more, well, guess I'll make that a follow-up video to this, and I'll show off some of the things that really turn out nicely and maybe even compare them to Midjourney. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe, if you hit the like, maybe even leave a comment. That would help so much. I'd appreciate it. All right, everyone, have a great day.